Sorry, I realized I had the microphone off. Welcome to another episode of Hogwarts Legacy. It has been a very long time since I last played this. To be honest, I don't even remember where I left off. I remember we had just finished the Beasts class. Let's just check real quick. Use them simultaneously. Okay. Shit. Sorry, it's the TV remote that fell. Hold on. Before I continue, I need to make sure. Okay, cause that has to be it, because that is my only other manual save. Christ, I last played this in May. Holy shit, that was like 9 months ago. No. March, February, March, April, May. 6, 7, 8. 4 months ago. Ah, okay. I see. Sweet, I have all 3 plants. Can I track? Yes, I can. Use a acquire invisibility potion. I think I have one. I'll have to double check. Then acquire and use a thunder brew. Thunder brew. I need shrivel fig. Troll bogies. I think I can buy those. See? Okay, where's my brewing station? Grow station, brewing station. Here we go. Oh, I can't because... Alright, so... Shrivel fig, shrivel fig, fruit, and troll bogies. Hopefully, I don't need to kill any trolls, because I really don't want to. So I don't know if I brought this up, but I had 0 self-restraint when it came to playing this game on my own, so I already beat it. I won't say anything until... I beat the game. Speaking of money, would that be inventory? I think these are seeds.
Come on in. Now, where was I? Right. Oh, yes.
Yeah, this is seeds.
Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Actually, is there anything I don't need that I can sell to this guy?
With you in a bit. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
No, it's gonna be in gear. There we go. It's going to save me so much time because I do not remember where anything is.
You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the goblins away.
No, she sells the plants. Damn it.
Door's always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Sorry, I had the wrong shop. I could save myself so much fucking time. And using all three of those combat plants, that like will be no issue at all. So, despite the butthurt masses who cannot think for themselves, that said they were going to protest this game, and it turns out this game is actually is the best-selling game of, I think it was 2020, yeah, 2023.
Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
How do you not have troll bogeys?
A wise decision. Thank you.
And everything I found in that chest is already gone.
Farewell for now.
All right. Ah, it's one or the other. Okay, so let's go. Alright, let's go find some trouble. Sorry I'm quiet. It's not that I'm tired, I just don't really have anything to talk about. Although I am feeling a tad knackered.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
No, it was...
Levioso!
No.
Accio!
There we go. Ah, there we go.
Accio!
There's a third one? Shit, you know what I just realized? I can't stream Skyrim anymore because the fucking Xbox doesn't want to cooperate. Shit. And that means I also can't stream fucking... my gosh. Can't stream the Fallout series like I wanted to. Here we go.
Accio!
Not so tricky after all, Merlin.
few witches wizards correctly trace the history of Scotland's indigenous mazes back to the rightful source, the 15th century duck wizard known as Unan Blackwood. Born Unan Wood to a non-magical branch of the Wood family, Unan was misunderstood by his Muggle parents and, in an effort to fit in, sought solace in the family trade, hedge trimming. He could allegedly take control of blackthorn bushes with his mind, creating beautiful designs with ease. This both impressed and infuriated his rather intolerant family. Their resentment only worsened upon young Unan's invitation to Hogwarts, where he was sorted into Hufflepuff House. It was at Hogwarts that Unan first met Artemisa Black, disowned by the Black family for her mother's dalliance with Artemis's Muggle father. The half-blood Artemis's relationship with blood purity was a complex one. She considered herself worthy of her mother's maiden name and blamed her father for her ostracization. At the same time, she did not fault Wood for his Muggle parentage, but rather considered him to an unwilling, innocent victim of Muggle impurity. Okay. Wait. Ah. This is new. New to me, at least. Oh, it's a Highland cow. Really fuzzy, really cute.
Expelliarmus! Glacius!
I don't think I have the pulso unlocked. Or if I do, I don't have it equipped.
What have you done?
Expelliarmus.
I thought so. Okay. Right. So I guess Central Hall. Oh, wait a minute. What button was it? Oh, they must have put in a patch that keeps her from talking every time you go to the fucking thing. Go near the, flume.
I finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful! I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderfully done. If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse. Just mind the plants, please.
No, wrong button.
Professor, I was wondering where you're from. What's your background?
Oh, how nice of you to ask. Well, let's see. I grew up in London, right on the Thames.
Forgive me. I was sure you must have been raised in the countryside.
I used to dream of just that. But it wasn't until I came to Hogwarts that I felt truly at home. Mind you, it did take some time. And whilst it is my fervent hope that each student eventually feels as at home here as I do, it is not always the case.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well, we each bloom differently, don't we? Some of us, like Devil's Snare, thrive in the shadows, whilst others crave the attention of a bouncing bulb. And we each grow and thrive according to our own plan. Oh, I was terribly nervous when I arrived at the castle. You see, as a child, I knew nothing of witches or wizards. You can imagine how astonished I was to receive my letter from Hogwarts. I spent a good deal of time alone in either the greenhouse or the library my first days here.
It does take a while to adjust to being here.
Precisely, and I was remarkably fortunate. In fact, a 7th year took me under her wing during those first days. She remains one of my dearest friends.
How fortunate.
I was indeed. I dare say you'll find that the friends you make here at Hogwarts will last a lifetime. Now, I'd best
More or
get to my
less.
recent delivery from the Magic Neep. Mr. Teasdale promised me quite an assortment of seeds this week. Lovely to see you.
Professor! Repulsor!
That's Depulso. Okay.
Flipendo! Levioso! Lumos! Incendio!
Okay, let's go find Professor Sharp. Oh, where would the potions classroom be? Found it. There we go.
Have you finished your assignments?
Yes, sir.
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Cutting one corner just makes two.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head.
I'm not letting it go to my head, I'm just thanking you.
Let's see how you fare with Diffindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Diffindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention. Very good. It seems you have a grasp on Diffindo. I would encourage you once again to practice here in the classroom, for your sake and that of everyone else.
Yeah. Ah.
Revelio.
Professor Sharp's Auror Badge. Auror is comprised of ministries, magical law enforcement, and protect the wizarding world from all sorts of threats, particularly those possessed by dark magic. The Auror Badge belongs to Professor Sharp. Ah, right there. Okay.
It's a pleasure to have a student who actually heeds instruction. As I mentioned earlier, Diffindo can be versatile but dangerous. Good to see you continuing to practice.
Alright, let's get on with the main story then. Although, real quick, I should head back up to Room of Requirement. Deke. There you are. Gear, inventory. There we go. Pit upon Ferd. Sorry about that weird noise.
Imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Revelio.
It's a level 1 lock. No. Alright, I'll pet the cat. Dogs are still better. Gear. I do not remember how to get on the broom.
Revelio.
Unless... Here we go. Ah, fuck. Sorry, my phone is malfunctioning, as per usual.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
Quiet. Quiet, if you ask me.
Quickly now.
I'm moving quickly. Reaching enemy undetected allows you to cast Petrificus Totalis. This will permanently incapacitate a weaker enemy or significantly damage a stronger one. Oh, did they rework that? Because I think he was always knock him out regardless.
Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
Petrificus Totalis.
Well done.
Petrificus Totalis.
Wait a moment.
Revelio. Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
Search the tower and surrounding area. Look for anything to do with the names. What you find here could be the key to Goblinkind finally taking its rightful place in the world.
I will draw blood. Many goblins have always been antagonistic towards wizard kind, but this is different somehow. Oh, I'm glad that's over. Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Someone was an avid reader. Can't say I'm familiar with many of these titles. I wonder who this is.
With robes like that, it could be anyone.
Wait, tell me you wizards don't have a picture, some kind of rendition of Merlin? Yes, let's just drink this jank-ass tea that's been up here for who knows how long.
Welcome to Sambakar's Tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sambakar's Tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Commanded to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber. A reservoir of ancient magic, downstairs, near the entry. Revelio.
Ooh. Also, with how long it's been since I last played this game, I fully expect me to just everything that happens.
I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. That must have done something. Best have a look around.
I really wish I had more to talk about. I just do not. Doesn't help that I feel my fatigue coming on.
Traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. Revelio.
Okay, so nothing I can do with those things.
These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time. Protego! Stupefy! Expelliarmus! These look familiar. What have the Keepers planned for me?
I hate this headset. I need to get a new one soon. Not that I can. I don't have a job. Because absolutely no one is fucking hiring me.
Depulso! Flipendo!
It would be funny if I could.
Accio! Accio. Accio. What did that burst of magic do? Perhaps I should examine things from both sides of the archway.
Right. I have to pull it from the ground.
Accio! The room changes when I move in and out of the archway.
Yes. Thank you, game. Wait, no, I just looted it. What's different?
I can see a way out on one side, but when I pass through the archway, it's blocked by a wall.
Oh, I see. Nothing changed. Okay.
More statues. Expelliarmus! Not making this easy on me.
Well, it is called a trial for a reason.
Revelio. I presume I'm looking for traces of ancient magic. But where?
Found it.
Accio. Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides. Accio! Change on both sides of the archway. Something must be different. Accio. I need to see how the room changes when I move out of the archway.
Yes, yes, thank you.
Revelio.
Clever.
I'll never get used to these floors. Glaciers. Confringo. Defender. Glaciers. Defender. Glaciers. Defender. Expelliarmus. Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Expelliarmus. Repulsor. Revelio. Accio. Accio. Revelio. Don't like the look of this. Expelliarmus. Glaciers. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Glaciers. Defender.
pause, recline in that chair.
What a relief. Revelio. Another pensive.
Diamond jumper school uniform.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago. But the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
Be there for him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. More crystallized stone. That must be the way back to the map chamber.
Whee! The hell is that? Oh. Nothing important.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir. And this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood.
I've seen you before.
We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of San Bakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
Alright.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ramrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Sirona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
My studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
Yes?
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
I believe the Beasts class is up next. That's right, I have talent points.
I've got spectacular news. The broom upgrade's ready. Stop by the shop when you can.
I hope you will come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest convenience. I believe that we may be able to help each other.
Please see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you. I would like to teach you Descendo, useful for pulling objects to the ground.
Goodness, okay, gracious. Beast class first.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes. All the beasts in class are perfectly safe.
Oh! Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it in. Experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes.
Of course, it's a Slytherin kid.
Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent.
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Expected better from a Ravenclaw student.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the Neasels just as you did with Gerald.
Where are the lions? I would like to see a huge Gryffindor lion in this class for once.
No shit, my cloak phased through my legs.
The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
Aw, thank you.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student?
Right here, man.
There you are. I would like a moment, please.
Please forgive me if you see me limping. My cloak has phased through my thigh.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
I enjoyed it.
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly. which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer.
How so?
Stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps?
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
I need to talk to you. Come here.
Nothing suspicious, I hope, Miss Sweeting.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet. In the forest.
Sounds intriguing.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would. Come with me. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead.
Are we nearly headless? It's the only joke that came to mind.
Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
Brilliant.
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And I might not be there next time.
Professor Howin mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right.
Government's always useless, no matter what universe.
I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
Sounds suspicious.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on. What they're doing.
Definitely would be good to investigate.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
You know, you can talk to me outside of class, Miss Sweeting. Or outside of our shared interest in bringing down these fuckers. Alright, I'll go see what he's bitching about. Excuse me. Of all the things you can't do in this game, I'm disappointed that you can't sit down at the table and feast.
Revelio.
Shit, did it start at 0 or did it start at 1? 0, 1, 2... If it's 0, then I think it would be... Nope.
Revelio.
We are fortunate to have a student brave enough to eradicate the Demiguise figurine menace.
Where's the other one? I know it's in here.
Revelio.
Oh no, my battery's low.
Revelio.
Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I need 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five-legged crab thing.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Yes, ma'am, we are. Sheepskin winter hat. Ooh, I bet that's super soft and warm.
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologise if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
Oh, yeah.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. From what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. We are fortunate to have a student. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
A demiguise?
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving. I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired play on my name. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre and hideous as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
Sure, I'll be happy to help.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night.
Sorry about that.
Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However will you get in? Alahamora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck. Oh, and thank you.
Oh, no, it's an essential one. Okay, never mind.
Hello, Hamura.
Well done! You're in. Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle,
Revelio.
Professor Fig, I am in receipt of your most recent owl. Apologies for the delay in my response. I am still receiving a good deal of correspondence regarding the introduction of the not-so-recent stooging penalty in Quidditch, which, in my humble opinion, has brought the game into the modern age. Astonishing, frankly, how many spectators want nothing less than seeing Quidditch keepers flattened entirely. As to the topic of your recent letter, we at the Ministry assure you that any and all potential threats to the wizard kind are taken quite seriously. I have made note for your concerns, and in as much as time allows, the Department of Magical Law Enforcement will ensure that the matter is looked into, schedule permitting. We value the opinions of esteemed wizards such as yourself, and you may rest assured that we have matters well in hand. Should you wish, I can have my secretary secure seats for yourself and a guest in this year's Quidditch final. I think you would be delighted to see the results of a well-run and efficient government. Warmest regards, Ferris Spavin, Minister of Magic. Well-run and efficient government. Yeah. Let me know when one of those pops up.
Revelio.
Because, they don't exist. Casting value reveals authority figures and enemy locations, allowing you to scout ahead and remain undetected. Sweet. Reminder to staff, Hogwarts house elves do an exceptional job of keeping the castle in order. They are seldom unprepared for any number of items that they might encounter. Each day, however, only the other day, an unexpected stash of wizarding crackers went off from behind a cushion. The cacophony was most untoward, engulfing one poor elf in blue smoke and giving those of us nearby an abominable ringing in our ears for the rest of the day. I suspect that the culprit was Peeves. Please keep an eye out and be careful. Matilda Weasley, Deputy Headmistress.
Revelio.
I have invisibility spell on. How does he see me?
Revelio. Revelio. Hello, Hamora. Revelio.
My darling Abraham, you would be overjoyed to know that the local children have taken to playing gobstones in the street just outside of our study window. They're quite charming, I must say. I noticed the youngest was without her own set of gobstones, so I lent her one of yours. I knew you wouldn't mind. I do hope things are going well at the castle. I'm relieved that you arrived safely. Dreadful sorry about the gentleman from the ministry. Was he really traveling with Elazar and a student? Simply dreadful. Do write when you have a moment. I'm most eager to hear stories of this year's Summoner's Court participants. Your students adore you, my dear. With love, M.
Revelio.
I was going to play a bit later, but I am dog-tired. As per usual, I am just dog-tired. Nine, so that would be the Hydra, I'm gonna assume.
Revelio.
How are your students getting along this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between Aconite and Asphodel.
Yes, well, it's still early. Perhaps they'll improve.
You say that every year, Matilda.
Oh, I need to wrap this up as soon as I can.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Hemlock and Hyssop wouldn't be so combative if the Ministry would allow them to have wands. One of those goblins comes near me, I'll hand him his hat. Or helm, I suppose. Anyway, I'm not afraid of a goblin rebellion. My marching Professor Hecat's class is superb. I don't think that's what that class is for.
She's right. Why don't you leave goblins alone, troll?
How dare you speak to a prefect that way?
I'm a prefect too, you twit.
That's it. 50 health points. You know you can't do that.
Aloha Mora.
Ooh, a high society fedora. Milady.
Students in the hospital wing on account of my venomous tentacula.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though. Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
Huh. I had planned to get some gatherings on Hufflepuff this season.
Hufflepuff? Ravenclaw?
I know when I see a winning bet. And Ravenclaw would not have been that. Not this year, anyway.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
I thought I heard something.
If you didn't hear the spittoon going off, then... Yeah, once I complete this quest, that'll be it for this episode. I would go longer, but I am just exhausted. I feel like every time I close my eyes, I'm about to fall asleep.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Oxford, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
Be glad to help.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar. And I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there?
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
I'll keep looking.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
Alright, that'll be it for this episode of Hogwarts Legacy. I would love nothing more than to keep going, but I am exhausted. So, If you watched this while I was live, I appreciate you stepping on by. If you watch this after the fact as archive footage, I also appreciate it. I really don't have anything else to say, so with that, this is how I end all my streams. As always, I hope you enjoyed.